Hello, welcome to building the Milton Valley Railroad. And by that I mean, hello, welcome to building the Milton Valley Railroad. Yes, that is exactly what I just said. Twice. So, hello Kango Fango. Welcome to building the Milton Valley Railroad. Now, let's just get started right away. Last time, we added grass plants to these empty grassy areas, which adds a whole lot, especially without that much compression as you're seeing it. And yeah, we did some other bits around the place as well. Made the river, talked a whole bunch about things, and including, I believe, Doctor Who again? Who knows? Yep, that is the stream title, yarding up to the end of the branch line on the MVR. Also, hello Anthony Sarson 2, welcome. Hello VGR, hey Charles, just dropped by for a little. Hello, well thank you. Just getting started. So, I will say that I am excited for the stream. I'm going to play some Arma 3. Oh, I see. Are you going to be playing the zombie mod for it? Just gonna reload real quick. The audio keeps cutting out. Unfortunate. We did also do a test drive up this bit from Northasia. So from down here all the way up there, which was very good. We noticed a few things. One is that I wanted to have some grass on this side, some splines, because this just looks a little bit barren. So on the bit where the cliffs are, so from here all the way to where the bridge is. And yeah, the second thing is that we put in a siding here, which again is just basic stuff. I still need to do the switches and the guide rails and, well, the crossing things, the frogs. Also signals, but I'll do signaling once all the layout is done. So what we'll do today is we'll put the grass stuff in, and then I'll start making the yard over by the industrial loading area over here. Okay, bye-bye VGR, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, over here, which will be exciting. We might actually have to do some actual terraforming over here as well, because I have a feeling that the amount of space that we have here may not actually be enough. But we'll know, who knows? We'll know when we get to it. So I'll quickly read the rest of the chat. My tank crew is ready and we're about to invade Afghanistan again. That does not seem like it would be fun, and you can't counteract that point because you're gone, apparently. Not counteract, just counter. You can't counter that point. Right. Wait, this is the exact background you had on your facecam that you had... You know what? You had on your facecam... You had on your first ever live stream on Twitch. Well, this is the same place that I live streamed that from, so yes. Now it works after a reload. Ah, good. Sounds quite severe. I hope it isn't IRL. Bye-bye. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, Elsinore. Welcome. Good afternoon. So Shada is going to be lurking in the background while doing a little work. That's okay. Glad to have you. Yep. Only now, Shardise has released its very own payware DLC, the Call Me Mountain Railroad. Yes. Evening, sir. Yes. Okay. So let's do the grass spliny bit. Now I do want to pick the smaller grass spline. I'm not sure if I've... No, I've not used that over here. I'll have to find a spot where I use that. Here already? This... Ah, yes, I think that this is this. Okay, I've got the spline, so let's start splining. Actually, wait, is this the same spline? I think I could have just grabbed, yeah it is. I think I could have, I could have just grabbed it from here. I'm still trying to find close enough cars and engines that I have on the Westbrook Scenic. When I find them, I will send you the route. Thank you very much. I know that it's additional work to remove the third-party assets and replace them for stuff that's on the DLC, but yeah, I've managed to keep this install third-party stuff free, and on the forums I've read all sorts of issues that people have had with their games after installing third-party stuff, and I'm really much happier without doing that. So thank you, and in return I'll have a look at it once you finish with that. Yeah, and I have to say, I am really looking forward to actually making sessions on this, because I recently had a look at some of the CMR's sessions, and I had several ideas for interesting things that I could do, but not on the CMR, but on a different route. And so I'm looking forward to putting some of those into an actual practical form, such as a session, which it would be kind of strange to put session ideas into a practical form that isn't a session, unless we're talking about some sort of course, like how to make good train sessions, which will of course be different with every service pack, because they keep updating the way Trainz works with it, which is really quite annoying, especially when you rely on features that then no longer work or work differently, and there are no patch notes that detail how those features change. So a course would be out of date pretty quickly, I find, or I feel. Can I wait? You can wait? Ah, well, if you can wait, then I can wait too. Wait, what? Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna carry on, play some grass. Then I will quickly want to have another drive up this way, not all the way from Nothasia, but I'll just from the start of this bit, from where the bridge is probably, I'll move the train over, so it's not going to take as long, because I want to get stuff done. Yeah, the cars I have in Westbrook don't have nothing close on DLS. Well, yeah, but the point of me having a look at the route is to give feedback on the route, isn't it? So it might not be that critical to have cars that are, well, that close. Of course, it would be nice to get it how you envisioned it. But if the point is for you to get feedback on the route, then I'm not sure how big of a role that would play. Yeah, but I mean, running on it, kind of like Riverdale. Yes, running on it, true, but how big of a difference would it be what cars I have when giving feedback on the route? Yes, it would change the feeling of it, of course. But other than that, I'm not sure. New Service Pack 6 available. Build 47105. Install now. Prolong patch notes. I will choose prolong approximately 572 times. Okay, that bit still looks a little barren there. Okay, now just a little bit of more grass on this side. Anyway, speaking of Westbrook Scenic Railroad, I am going to go work on some custom Westbrook Scenic Railroad cars. I will be back after. See you then. Okay, have fun. Yes. Okay, have fun. Or are we talking actual Blender work? I'm keeping the cars just re-lettering to Westbrook Scenic Railroad. Yes. Nice. Yes, have fun. Bye-bye. You see how much the grass adds, or the grass adds? Just looks so much better. I might actually just add a little bit of a different texture on this little bit, because it looks... I kind of like the way that this looks, with the gravel going all the way to the edge, but I want it to look deliberate. So I might just use some of that other texture that I painted underneath the siding that we made at the end of the last stream, and put that on there. That might look good. And here I need to bring this in a bit closer. Okay, here I think that's fine, leaving that like that, although here, yeah, here I do need to have a little bit coming up more close, well, a little bit closer to the tracks. And then I may need to go over with a paintbrush and paint underneath some of this as well, with a darker grass texture, because that will probably make it look better. Which is the reason for most of the stuff that I do here, because it will probably make it look better. I mean, true, some of it I'll do because it will make it function better, like for example, laying tracks. But then again, there's a visual element to that as well, because what is the function that I want to have? Well, I want to have trains running on it. Well, why? Because I want it to look on your screen as though there's a train on here, and for that I need that. So actually, no, it does make it look better. Plus, of course, the tracks also add to the scenery, which, again, feeds into making it look better. Interesting to think about, isn't it? Well, at least mildly, well, how about not totally boring to think about? Yes, we can, yeah, sure, we'll settle on that. Yes. Oops, I didn't mean to go that far. Hold on. Still getting used to the new drivers, which I still haven't quite finished with yet. Would you believe a nickel in an empty wallet? Hello, Willis1961. Welcome. Yes, I did. I finally got the Service Pack 5 update, and I'm still getting used to some bits of it. But overall, it seems to be going quite smoothly. So, what we're currently working on, well, I've actually just finished working on, is putting grass along the tracks through the canyon, and then I'll move, actually I probably should have moved the train before, but I'll quickly show you. Then I'll move the train over to pretty much where we are now, or not, well, not now, I'm not in the forest, on the tracks, basically down here, and then I want to drive along this bit again, like we did at the end of the last Trainz stream, this time with the grass next to the track, to see how that feels, to see if that is enough, or if there's some bits that I need to fix, or what the current situation is. When we'll do multiplayer? When will we do multiplayer? Well, that's a good point. I do definitely want to do multiplayer. However, I did miss out on a couple MVR streams, and I really want to do progress. I would say we could do multiplayer maybe next time round, which would be on Saturday, but the issue with that is that Saturdays I'm usually quite tired because of the tabletop roleplay session, especially when I'm the one who GM'd it, which I will be this Saturday, and I would rather have more energy when we do multiplayer. So perhaps next Wednesday? I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Because I do really want to get some more work done on this. Because it's taking so much time. So much time. So much more time than I previously anticipated it would take. But here we are. But yes, again. But on the other hand, it has been a long time as well since I've done multiplayer. Just gonna have to actually find a good route to play on that's not too performance intensive for me. We could of course do Scar Hills, my own route, but I think we might do that, I don't know. The thing with Scar Hills is that I made it, and that means that I am intimately familiar with it. Although I have never played multiplayer on it, which, I don't know. I loved when we did the, oh, what's it called? Oh, why isn't this showing at the bottom? Hold on. There we go. Hold on, let's just let this load. Actually, I suppose I can fly to the correct position. What was the map called? The snow one, the British snow one. Wenley Numneth, yes. I really enjoyed that. That was so much fun. One, because it was by Slavic Eagle, yes, the reworked one by Slavic Eagle. Because it had steam locomotive, like British steam locomotives, it had switching, it was relatively small. That was really a lot of fun. I have to wait until this finished loading because again the bridge isn't here and things, so assets yeah. So maybe we could do something like that if there was a map similar to that, or maybe we would play on that again. I don't know. The last Trainz email newsletter I received had Coleman highlighted in it. Yes, it has. I received the same email. I'm so happy about that. And Chain Lake was fun too. So it was. But Chain Lake, again, I only had a couple weeks to make that. And so there isn't that much in terms of industry. Like there are only 3 types of things. One is coal. So from the coal, from that coal mine, from that one coal mine up to the power plant. Then we've got goods, which is basically from the power plant down to either the coal mine or the little town at the edge of the lake. And then we've got passengers, which is, again, just from that one point all the way down. So there isn't that much that you can really do on that map. Not really that many switching opportunities as well. So, yeah. But I do really like the way that it looks. And there's this beautiful screenshot that Blazard made when it was new, when the Chain Lake was new. I'm not sure if I can find it at the moment, but it had a BNSF train running over that bridge that's curving over the town, and that just looked so great. He had some color grading on it as well. Where's 1961? Did you see the CMR's trailer too? Why are you asking me? Oh wait, you're not. Right, sorry. Also speeding. Actually, I'll have the camera a little bit higher up like that. Okay, now we're getting into the new bit. By new, I mean the newly changed bit. Ah, well, it is available on my YouTube channel. It's actually the featured video on the homepage, if you're interested, which you don't have to. No, if you're interested, that's where you can find it. Okay. So far this is looking good. Yeah, the extra grass just really gives the finishing touches on this. I know you can't hear it. I don't really want to switch it over at the moment. I mean, it's only around the corner. It's just to see the grass. Hey Shadows, I posted the risk skin of Facebook Scenic 5331 and Trainz screenshots on your Discord. You are free to show it on stream. And by that, I assume you mean you would like me to show it on stream. Sure, I'll have a look at it after I've finished having a look at this bit. All I did was re-letter the Grand Trunk Western, if you want. Sure. This little bit might, well, I suppose it's good to have a little area where there, look for difference, for contrast, where there's not that much grass next to it. I know you can't hear the game. I told you, we're only looking at the grass. I don't really want to switch it over. Just for that. It's only around the corner. Okay. There's the area where I want to paint on the other texture. There is quite a lot of grass on the left here. But I think that works. In this bit. And tell you what, let's just have a look at the siding as well as we come onto it. Oops, there we go. Although I suppose we don't really need to have the headlights on, it's only a test. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. So now I'll quickly paint over that little area of gravel. Actually, tell you what, let's look at Anthony Sarsentu's pictures. Let me just quickly switch over. I want to have a look at them before I show on stream. Okay, let's have a look. Probably in Trainz screenshots. Ah, there we go. Switch over. Here we are. And you changed the Westbrook Scenic. Nice. Is that the logo on it? Did you change that as well, or is that, I don't know what that means, that logo. Also, there are cars like this on the DLS. They're not very new ones, but they're old PRR cars, Pennsylvania Railroad cars. Well, it's the Grand Trunk logo. Oh, right. Will you replace that eventually? Ah, I will eventually change it. Yes, good. Okay, so let's continue with this. I'll need to wait for the assets to load in again. There we go. Westbrook Scenic. Here I'll put down the scale. Just a little bit along here, maybe like that. Maybe something like this, and then maybe put some old sleepers or something on here. Looks very nice. Yes. Bubble texturator, yes. Not sure which ones I want here. I think I prefer these ones. Although, why would they be strapped together like that? I might just use the other ones. Wow, these ones look quite nice. Here's a good tutorial on how to reskin. You know, that... I have a feeling that that might be a certain song. Let's have a look. And... yes, there we are. Is there such a thing as a reversed Rickroll where you are expecting it to be that song, but then if it's not, and you are sure that was going to be it, then that's kind of the opposite? Is that a thing, or is that just means you've defeated it and you have won? How does that work? I don't know. And it doesn't really matter. Yes, I know. I know it only works if you're not expecting it. But if you are expecting it and then it's not that, it is something completely different, but you were expecting it to be that, then what does that mean? Is there a word? Is there a name? Not that I want there to be, because I think I would probably find that a bit annoying, but I really don't want to get into that nitty-gritty of it just a bit today. No, but for Trainz, that's just subverted expectations. Well, isn't that subverted expectations anyway, if it is that song? Because you're expecting, I don't know, something else that you want to watch, and then, oh, it's that song. Isn't that your expectations being subverted anyway, in that case? Well, yeah. Actually, maybe a plate layer. I don't know, maybe a plate layer's hat would fit quite nicely. I'm not sure if it would. It might not, but we'll see. I'm not sure where they would be placed in real life. Yeah, but maybe. So maybe just have a little shed or something here. Well, saying that, is that going to distract? I feel that might distract. Yeah, and those two piles distract as well, maybe. Yeah, because I really just want this vista here. In which case I'm... but... Oh no, quickly, let me ban. Wait, abort? Oh, why? Oh, it's Anthony Sarson too! No, that would have been silly of me if I had banned Anthony Sarson too. I think that's fine. Something like that, I think. Maybe a little bit more cross on the edge. Who knows? I don't know, maybe if I lower the grass into the ground. So like this. And then I'll lower it a bit more. No, not that one. This one, yes. Yes? Wait, what? Oh, it wasn't updating. One moment. There we are. No, for real, this is the tutorial. Probably isn't. You know, if there actually is a tutorial that you want to share, feel free to post it on Discord under Trainz chat, and then I'll have a look at it after the stream. How about that? Yeah, I've no idea what that is. Yeah, I think this fits quite nicely. Ish. I need a little bit more grass on this bit. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more, like that. Good idea, yes. Thank you. And actually, I'll put a spline pod in this spline and move that over like that, just so that it's not too close to the tracks. I'll save, and then I'll get to the yard. Excuse the lag. Okay, so... Oh, yay, camera fly through! Love vivid. Interesting. So, where do I want to have the lead? Now, wait, where's the next spline point? Oh, it's all the way back here. Oh, that's all... Ah, that's gonna make it interesting. I'm probably gonna have to make a little straight bit in here or something. Because I want the loading area to be around here. Now, if we look here, we've got unload, load. We're not going to need the unload because we're just going to load, which means that this is curved in a slightly awkward way for me at the moment, but that's fine. So if I have this sort of here, what are we going to need? Well, trains that load here are only going to come from down there, and they're only going to go back down there, which means that the locomotive is going to run around the train. Anyway, it has to. So, we're going to need a runaround loop, which means we're going to need a siding with junctions on both ends that is as long as the longest train that we're going to support here. And if we're going to have that, then we might as well just have the train push in cars to be loaded instead of pulling them in, because, well, that's just going to make it easier. Now, how many cars do I want to be loaded at the same time? Because if I could do the entire train, but then I would have to have the siding continuing on in this direction as long as the longest train I want to support, because the last car of the train has to be able to stand on this bit of the track to be able to load. Now, I don't really want to have that much scenery. Well, I don't really want to have that much hillside there before the bridge and then the portal on the other end. So, if I take the track and if we say have it go sort of up to here, maybe actually a little bit more. Maybe just sort of up to there. Wait, is this the last part of the MVR that we need to finish? No. Okay, I'll show you quickly. Hold on, there we go. Yes, the binding to backspace did work, by the way. So, this is the MVR, as you're probably aware. Let's start down here. So, one of the bits we still need to do is we need to have maybe 1 or 2 more stations here and then a terminus at the end of the main line in the city. That's 1. Or 1 like that is better. This bit down here is finished. This bit over here is finished. Then I need to have this branch carry on the valley to a town there. That's 2. We need to still do. The main line going off this way, I'll probably either just have go over a bridge and then into portals, or curve and then into portals. Probably curve, actually. So that's not really a thing I need to finish. It's already basically done. This bit over here is done, finished. And this bit up here is also almost finished. This is the last bit. This line is going to end up there. However, there is a line going off this way, which means that's a thing we need to finish. So 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 4? No, that's not how that works. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3. That we need to finish. So, yes, basically after we finish this bit. And then, of course, it's time to do polish. So things like adding shrubbery to the right-of-way in some places, or adding more grass, or adding lights, or adding other stuff, like configuring industries and things like that. But, yes, and then we need to do sessions. And then it's time for beta testing, well, closed beta testing, not the TCP stuff, like, I mean, private that I share with people. Don't ask whether you can beta test it. If I want you to beta test it, I'll contact you. And then it'll be submitted. And in between that, I'll also do repaints for I'll come with the MVR paint scheme and stuff like that. So there are 3 fingers, there are 4 lights, which is a reference to the Star Trek episode, which in itself is a reference to 1984. But I'm not going to ask. Good. So, is this going to be long enough? Let's quickly hop back over to the other timber loading area up here. And let's get the cars, because I believe there are some log cars still over here. So I can see how many there are, how many I can place. Let's get these ones. You should make an industry spur in Northusia, however you spell it. Well, there already is one. If I go in here, there is this little industry spur that converts, I think it's planks to general goods. Hold on, that's the wrong tool. I need this one. Yes, it is converting lumber to general goods. So yes, there already is a little industry spur. I think not the. I think. Ah, okay. Hold on. One moment. One moment. Here we are. So, 1. 10. Pretty much 10. Maybe 11 at a stretch, but let's just go with 10. Now, this is already a significant amount of cars for this. Actually, let's see, how much does this load, actually? This one, start amount. So that's 48. How many do these load? I think it's 2. I need to get, what were they called exactly again? One moment. Logs stack 4.2 meters long. Logs stack 4.2 m long, this one. And I think they load 2, yes? Yes, 2. Okay. Actually, let's leave that in there. Okay. So 48, which means that divided by 2 is 24, which means we can have a total of 24 cars loaded here at once. If this is industries full, 24 cars, and then it's empty. Which means if I had space for 2 more here, then, well, I suppose I could just have another branch on the side. So I suppose I could have, if I have the yard lead back here, and then, which the yard lead plus run around loop, and then I have a siding coming in parallel with this track, as well as this track, then you can push the long train of 24 cars in here, decouple about half of it, or however many you can fit, load those, take those out, and then where do you put them? Well, you'd need another track, so we'd need 2. You put them on one track, and then you take out the next cut from your empty consist, load, go back, go forward, load those, then shove them on the same track as the already full ones until your entire train's loaded. Then I'm also going to need a caboose track, probably. We'll have to figure out how that is going to work. And then you can set off back. But 24 is the number. We need our runaround loop thing needs to be able to hold 24 cars. So these are 10, I believe. Let me just quickly recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is 24 cars. That is going to be the longest timber train we can load here, which is pretty long, but again, it is what I want. I want to have this and then be able to load it, go back there, and then maybe collect some gravel cars and put those on, and then load these mixed consists and ship them off down to the yard where they get sorted and things like that. Hold on. 10 cars, you're planning to have auto-racks? Ha! Alright. And the winning number is 24. Who has 24? Anyone? 24. The winning number is 24. Me, sir. More suspicious looking video links. Do not watch. Okay, then I won't. Okay, so let's measure. Let's use this to measure. How far do we need the... How far do we need the lead to go back to be able to load, to fit this train? Well, good point. Yes, I know. What's the answer? I have no idea. No. Let's just say... I'll just put the siding in, which is supposed to hold this train in full, because we are going to need that. So let's just extend this that away. Extend this that away. Is this long enough to hold that train? I doubt it. No, it is not. Okay. So this needs to be even longer. Let's try going up to where the road is, maybe. That fits the train. Good. Okay. Which means that this is the length that our passing loop will need to have. And if we're going to well, our passing loop plus our inbound and outbound tracks as well, because that's the name for when empties come in or full ones get sorted. Anyway, so if we imagine these as being empty, the train's going to pull them in onto the yard lead slash run around track, decouple, come back, and then I want you to be able to just push them into a siding. I don't want you to have to pull them out and then push them in, because that's just one too many operations. So, how long is that roughly? About that long. Which means, if that is the length of our inbound slash outbound track, we're going to have the junction somewhere around here. Probably over here. So actually I'm going to... I was going to maybe have a three-way junction, but I know AI sometimes has issues with that. Although, I suppose I already have some on this map, so that's fine. So, let's say that this is the beginning of our yard lead. Well, the end of our yard lead, really. Which means we've got a junction, we've got it coming in here, that's fine. Then we've got another track parallel to this, which is either the inbound or outbound track. It doesn't really matter. Sold to the railroad in the woods. I won't right now, as I'm currently watching this live stream on Twitch, but if you post it on Discord, I'll consider it. Sent. Alright, train stuff or DMs? DM. Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, if you send a video to DMs, that doesn't exactly speak volumes about its trustworthiness. Because of the cursing. Ah, right. Okay, so... and also the loading track. I do kind of have to have the loading track come in at the same junction-ish, because if I don't, then the trains, either when you're having them inbound or outbound, would block the junction, in which case you wouldn't be able to enter the loading area anymore, which is not a good idea, contrary to popular belief. Well, just as a whole is 13 plus, so, well, it's not really meant for small kids anyway. Yes. Also, I do want a little bit more space than this. How about like this? Since we have it, why not use it? Okay, in that case I'll move this over here so that I can adjust this other track, put that in the middle again. Okay, over here I have to go the other way. Okay. A little bit more space. I think that looks okay for spacing. In which case we're going to need a little bit more space here for the junction to come in, obviously, because of the radius, curve radius. That's, yep. Oh, so now you can't even add track. You used to be able to add track to track that has a train on it, but it appears that that is no longer a possibility, apparently. So something like that should be fine, probably, ish, maybe, hopefully. Ugh, why did they remove that feature? I don't know, maybe because of the multiplayer surveyor. Maybe it's got something to do with that, I don't know. Okay, so those sidings are now long enough. And if this is the end of... Actually, I suppose... Could use the main line for the passing loop, which actually I suppose is... well... We could use the main line, but on the other hand, it might be interesting to have through trains that appear in the portal or go to the portal as you're switching here, if there is a switching scenario up here. So actually, that's, I think, what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use one of the tracks, namely this one, as having the junction for the passing loop. So having it be something like this, so that this is going to be one end of the passing loop, basically. should connect the other end to the main line or make it longer, so at least two engines can fit through there. I'm not sure what you mean. Back here, this is not going to connect to the main line. These are just dead-end sidings. And over here, both of these tracks, so both of these tracks are going to continue on that way, because those are will function as both the lead as well as the runaround track. I may have accidentally said passing loop, but I mean runaround track, which will carry on until back here somewhere and then merge into the main line. Which isn't ideal because I do really like how tight all of this feels, but there's plenty of it and I think that should be fine. Okay, and actually to measure how long this needs to be, I'm going to use this train, and I'm going to, well, with a caboose at the end, probably about there. Then with an engine, maybe there, maybe there. Let's have it be there. That should be fine. How long is this? Pretty much until here. That's fine. We still have plenty back there. Okay, that's what I meant. Good. Glad to know you're thinking. I'll add a little bit of straight here and then I'll merge in. Hmm. I'll have to change the angling a little bit. That looks a little bit hard. What do you mean? Do you mean the curve? Or what do you mean? Would it be good if the yellow for fixed height vertex points were more saturated? Maybe a little bit, but I can tell them apart fine, but maybe a little bit. No, just the route in general. Oh, you mean hard to drive? Yeah, there are some challenging bits on this route. Okay. So then this all needs to merge in. Which means I'll have to move the consist onto one of these tracks. The haha was referring to shared as response. Alright. Okay, let's... How do I want to do this? Do I want 2 junctions or just 1? I mean, if I have it like this... I'm gonna have this coming in like that. And if that's straightened still, and that's straight still. Is that a bit too steep? It might be. Hold on. That seems... Too steep? A bit. That looks better. Yeah, it does look better. I think that looks okay. Okay, I'll move the trees back. Wait, what? This tree doesn't change size that much anymore? What? That's strange. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for coming. Oh, they all don't anymore. That's strange. Interesting. I'm not sure if that's a positive change or a negative change. I'll have to play around with it a bit more. Shit, I like it though. If you place it down, the size will never change. Yeah, it might be good. Might be good. When placing a tree down, the size will still be random and it won't be based on location anymore. Or it might still be based on location, it just might not change. Like if I place a tree, for example, if I place a tree there, and then another one, and another one, another one, a whole bunch of them in one place, they should all, yeah, look, they're all the same size. Place one next to it. Actually, wait, are they actually? Yeah, they do still have different sizes, see? So it is still based on the location, it just doesn't update after you move it, or as you move it, which is probably a positive change. Again, I've not really played around with it. Okay, and here I'll delete some of these assets because I'll probably have mud here. Hopefully it won't delete the wrong asset, hold on. Mud? Yeah, yeah. Okay, and this I'll put on temp locked. And I'll delete a whole bunch of this stuff over here as well. Ah, yes. Good point. Motorcycle. Okay. That looks fairly alright. And I'll put the eraser track on here. Well, actually, I'll put just a properly invisible track on here. Like that. Right here, I'll have to make sure these all have the correct height. And then here I'll have to put the same points in, which of course won't work because the train is on there. Okay. And then I'll do the same thing over here. Why is that so different? Why? Oh, because... Because, of course, that's not really how that works. That's not supposed... That's... hold on. I forgot about the hill here. I'll just keep all this straight. Over here I'll need to do the same. Yes, indeed. Just like that. Well, maybe not just like that. Hold on. Why is that? Oh, of course, because that's not the same... Hold on. Because those aren't on the same height. some of them are on a grade and others aren't, which isn't great. Yes. So let's try like this. Ah, that looks much better. Probably, yes. The haunting of Hill here? Ha! Or was that Hill Mare? Maybe it was just the haunting of a Mare Hill. Who knows? Or a Mere Hill, yes. Okay, so... I suppose I might as well do all that stuff. Dark? Oh, it's not updated! It's frozen here, that's why I didn't see why it was so dark. Hold on. Also, that isn't straightened. Okay, that's fine. Now I just need to do the same stuff over here. That isn't exactly how I want it to be. That should work better. Yeah, I'll just put in another point in here. Should the junction be right over the grade crossing? I'll change that. It's not final. Like that, maybe? Sure. And now I'll move the grass plants away. Actually, you know what? I'll just redo the stuff. And I need to move this bush. Shave? True. Also, I've not used SP5 for that long, and I've not worked on any routes in it, really, but I've never had that saving issue with it yet. It might be fixed. That would be great, if it were. A greeting? Just filling out little gaps in the grass. I'll add the caboose stuff in later. I'll redo this bit. Riveting gameplay, yes, thank you. Not that much to commentate on at the moment. Looks so nice with the ballast and stumps and shrubs. Yes, thank you. I do need to clear some of them up though, still. Is the tree stump between the tracks? No. No, no, let's not leave that there. No, you don't belong here. Click. Yes. Okay, let's change how the road goes. Probably something like that would be better. Ish. Hold on. Yes, like that. That's, I think, better. Those large twigs add so much. Yes. I think probably branches would be a better word for them, but sure. I'll have to move some of these bushes down, I've just realized. Well, why? Because they're too tall. They're not supposed to be that tall for this area. Because in all the other area they're lower down, but here I didn't replace them apparently. At least not all of them. Now I need to repaint this. I need to add a little bit more grass here. Okay, now I'll paint in the dirt underneath the road. Almost. Alright, the height. Alright, the height, yes. Okay, let's have a look at what this crossing looks like. It looks okay. I need a little bit more though here. It might, I don't know, but this is, the thing is, these are more private roads. They're not public. I don't know if they would actually have crossbucks. This is trickier than I had expected. Although I think that looks good. Okay. Not likely to have crossbucks as a temporary dirt road. Yes! Good. I was just thinking that you would probably know the answer to that. Good timing. Yeah. Okay, so I'll add, well, I was thinking I'll add the grass here now, but I might, I'll have to figure out how I want to caboose this first. So a train comes in, it's got a caboose on the back, come forward, actually comes forward up to here, decouples, goes back, goes around, it needs to go over here, couple up to the caboose, then what do you do with it? Well, you're gonna need it on the other end of the train, so you might as well either, well, you're probably gonna push the entire train into the siding anyway, into the loading, the inbound track. Then you've got the caboose on your hands, well, on your train. So what do you do with that? Well, you just take it and you shove it into the outbound track, and then all the cars that you load, you push the caboose further back, and then you've already got it at the end of the train, so I don't even need to do anything with cabooses because I've just solved the problem. Okay, so we don't actually need a caboose track. I hope you're following. Good to know, I'll definitely keep that in mind. On the other hand, a helipad, coachyard, haha, good point. Actually, now that there's so much forest has been cleared here, there probably would be space for a coachyard. Something to consider. Oh, well, yes, a helipad on hand, perfect idea. And a coachyard, that's just the cherry on the icing. Or is that dressing? Following? Yeah, since 2020. Haha, yes. Okay, so at this point, I'll put on the mud. I'll draw on the mud. That'll show them. Show who? I have no idea. This could be the site where they build wooden coaches. Ha! Yes, maybe sometime in the 19th century that would have been true, although probably not. Let's maybe use this texture. I might use a different mud texture. I'll have a look through different areas. Maybe I've already used one that might be useful here. Although I do quite like this texture. Ooh, exiting. Well, exciting, but details. Ooh, I'm not exiting. Well, not yet anyway. That's a bit too much. Not quite yet, yes. Okay, as a base color, I'm happy with that. But I want something that looks a little muddier. Now, I could just look for mud. But actually, this texture might fit quite nicely in there, just a little bit around the place. Doesn't quite look muddy, it looks quite dry, but I think those textures fit together. Right, as a base color, I'm happy with that, but splotch. Splotch. I want mud. I mean, that's clearly mud, but actually, that might look quite good. I want a little bit less than that. This was easier with the other mouse driver, because I think that with this one, the length that it holds, that it counts as me clicking, is slightly longer than with my other mouse driver, which means that it's harder to only slightly paint. It tends to paint more than I want to, which is a bit annoying, but maybe when I fix, or when I get my proper working mouse driver, then I'll be able to just paint everything over with this texture and it'll be fine. No, that does not work at all. Although, well, let's have a quick look. I mean, it does slightly work, if it were very, very, very slightly painted, very transparently painted over. I don't know. Now see, now one click just does that right away. And sometimes it paints so much onto it, which I don't really want. So yeah, I want it more like this. And less like this. I suppose that doesn't look horrible. Let's... no, I don't like it. Oh, you've redecorated. I don't like it. No. Just doesn't really fit, I think. What do you think? Do you prefer it with this darker mud texture or without? Because I like the darkness of it. It looks wetter, which I like. But then again, oh, well, maybe it does look good. I don't know. What do you think? It looks more like mud and less like gravel. I'll actually put... oh, I keep pressing Command or Control Backspace, but... Mutt? Wasn't that the name of that dog? It was Muttley. Ah, Mud. Or Mud. Oh, this. Huh, I've never heard of him. Originally from Wacky Races. I've also not... which I've also yet to see. But woof, Lily. You're telling me I should get on this train? Woof woof. Well, why not? Board the train. Yes, because you should totally make decisions based on that. If it wasn't this splotchy, maybe, but it looks good. I'm a bit on the log about it. Well, I mean, splotchy does make sense if there were like maybe slight divots in here, or there was slightly less gravel in those areas, and the kind of mud filled it. But I can't really get the very slight well, technically it would be slight opacity if transparency is the lack of opacity. This very slight opacity over areas. I think that this works fine-ish. Maybe if I add a little bit more there. Where, hold on, maybe valley it a bit, the mud is, maybe. But I don't know what sort of assets I want to have on here yet, if any. If I want to have some sort of crane or something, then... Because I don't know, I want to place the assets first, because those assets might need flat ground. A few random loose logs and a skid loader or two. Yes. Skid loader, that's what I wanted. Let's see. Not skid. Skid. Got this one. Although I am not quite sure how these are supposed to work. Like with this one, for example. Like, is this like, because it looks like with all these wires, it looks like it's supposed to roll forwards and backwards. And then, like, on tracks. And then load stuff That is at the top of a hillside where they are logging. Oh! But... Oh, and then it goes down this way, rolls down that way. Ah. I don't think that I'll be using that in that case. Use it to pull the logs up to the top. Oh, right, that makes sense. Ah, this is what we need. There's a bit of a hill here. Yeah, well... if it's down... it would have to be down there someplace. Well, going down there. And then I'd have to have an area where they're currently logging down there, which I don't really want because I want this to be more open with the canyon there, so that wouldn't really make that much sense, I think. I don't know... You say, and a skid loader or two. By skid loader, did you mean that thing, that big thing that I just placed? Or did you mean something else? Usually on a steeper slope that they can't be driven up. Oops. Ah. I don't think that there's really anything like that. Should look similar to a front-end loader. I'm not sure if there is a thing like that. I'll look for logging. Why is it showing me 3? I don't want that many. Hold on. That's strange. Why doesn't it change the... how they're... hold on. Ah, that works better now. Logging caboose blank. I have no idea what this is. Try log skidder. Interesting. I'm gonna quickly look through this and then I'll try that. Thank you. Is this one is this asset a scenery asset or is this asset a train? Do you know? Ah. Oh, right. I see. So it's like the one I posted above, yeah, similar. Okay. I will try looking for logs kidder. Nope. Can't really find anything at the moment. Or at least it looked like a ZIL from here, the front end loader. Oh, right. Let's see. Nope. Not author. Hold on. With all the logging railroad stuff, you would think there would be one. Well, maybe there's one, but maybe it's named differently. Well, maybe if I search for maybe log loader or something like that. I mean, there are these. And they're even updated. Well, updated-ish. Okay, well, let's have a look through the stuff we downloaded. Oops. We've got this, which actually looks fairly interesting, but it needs a thing to go over it. So does this. And this. Although, is that one a standard gauge one? I think it is. Huh. But anyway, this one is narrow. This one is standard gauge, that one, but I can't really use it because, yeah, look. See? Standard gauge. Ish. Well, it is standard gauge, I think. Got these trailers, which might work as something. Might be able to get some sort of cranes or something in here as well. That looks interesting. Maybe at that blue crane that you can turn on a turntable. Oh yeah, that Zill brown one. Well, how would the logs be loaded from here into the trains? Like, you would need some sort of crane unless you want to get two strong guys and who just lift it in, but I don't think that would really work. So you need some sort of crane, but I just don't know enough about these operations to really know what sort of crane you would need. Over here, by this loader, I've placed, hold on once it loads, Zill 130. Huh. Yeah, I've placed this crane, which might be a little oversized, which... Oh, a KUID. Great, I'll have a look right away. One moment. Right away, one moment. Hold on. Asset KUID. Ah, Claws Hammer Logger. Ah, that looks great. Oh, and another one. I might actually, well, I might replace that crane with them as well. I don't know. I kind of like the crane over on this bit, but we'll see. Orange and green. Lovely. Ah, looks great. I think I like the orange one. I kind of like the green one. Looks a little more old-timey-wimey. Timey-wimey. Sure, I'll use the green one then. After all, you did suggest them. I mean... just leave it like this permanently. No. Although I could probably have it currently maybe unloading. Well, actually, it's too low for that, but maybe unload, like in a place where it might be unloading a trailer or something like that. And then I can have a little log pile over here or something like this. I'll need a truck to go on that. Actually, I'll go back over to that other area to get one. Let's see if this one fits. Actually, the green one might fit better. No. Add a driver, maybe. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. Okay, let's have a look for the logs. Too large. Ah, these ones I think might work a bit better. Flying fox. Interesting. Ah, there's another thing that goes up to the hill and takes the logs up. Interesting. Ah, with a folded log trailer. Alright, that's really nice. Too large, too small, too fat, too thin, yes. We also, of course, need this to fit with the color theme. You could always add a narrow gauge logging line through the area. I know, I could, but the thing is, if I add only the terminus here, and just have it go off into the hills, that would look great, but then I would be tempted to make it into an actual line that has sessions on it. So I'd say, okay, well, maybe it just goes up into one area, you can go back and forth, well, and then I have to do all that, and then this will take even longer. But when I've done all the other scenery in the area, like actually extend the scenery this way, for example, and do stuff over here, then I can have a look, and maybe I will. Who knows? Maybe I will just have a little line going off into the hills, just not to drive on, just as a bit of the scenery. I did think of that as well, but it just... If I'm gonna do narrow gauge stuff, I really want to like properly do the narrow gauge stuff, if that makes sense. I think I need some sort of workshop. That's not... Well, actually, that might... It's already got narrow gauge lines in it. No. Scope creep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Future creep, scope creep. Look up log trash. Some interesting looking stuff there. Let's have a look. Is that Trainz author? Oh, it might be a Trainz author. Although no. They appear to be ground textures. Let's have a look. I've never seen these textures before. Yeah, they do look like actual pictures. Which is probably a good thing considering this route. Well, actually, I don't know if this would support. Might support PBR, but this route doesn't anyway, so. I'll download the other ones. Hold on, this goes. Oh, are these all different ones? Hold on. What have I got? What have I got? Just download 2. Now, do I have 3? I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I've got 10. Yes. Do I have 11? No. There's... Okay, well, 11A, sure. There's no 12, apparently. 13. 14. 15, and then we've got the brush. Wait, isn't that the same? Ah, those do look the same. But those do look very different. I say they do, they actually don't look that different. Interesting. I don't want to download all of them. Series 2, 8A, Series 6A. 5A and 7A. Those look like they could be used in your stumps area. Maybe. I'll download these ones. Should go relatively quickly. This one as well. This one as well. So I mean up in this area like that. Maybe. Actually, that could work quite well. This one maybe not so much because it's too horizontal, I feel. This one maybe. Oh, hold on. Yeah, this does definitely work different than it used to. Yeah, 6A, it looks a little too horizontal of a texture, I think. Like if the pattern repeats a little too much, maybe. Although maybe like that. Maybe. I don't know. I'll leave it here for now and then I can decide later. Yeah, it does. It does have some stamps on it. Like, if I zoom in like this, it does look good, but I'm not sure if I zoom out if it still would look good, especially if the pattern is maybe a bit repetitive. I don't know. I'll leave it like that since it's like this, since it's only painted over. It's only one texture underneath it, so I can just paint over it again when I need to, when and if I need to. So we'll leave it like that, and I'll probably want some sort of area to cut the logs. I'm not sure about that. Oh, we've gone 20 minutes over time. Ah, right. That's a good point. I need to get a thumbnail. Oops, yes. Hold on. Yep. I think I like the log cars there. Oh, then maybe we'll see. Here comes the birdie. And I mean the logging truck. I think that's good. And I'll quickly change that back to this is annoying, around there. I'll quickly add some trees of safety, just for safety. Everyone smiles. Okay, so I'm quite happy. Trees of safety in Service Pack 5. Well, I don't quite fancy having it crash on me at the moment. So, yeah, maybe when I do offline work on stuff, not on this route, but other stuff, then I might try and see if I still encounter the issue. But for the moment, on stream, I'd rather not. So, I think that was quite successful, and the stream's frozen again. Hold on. There we are. So, thank you all very much for watching and for your input. It is, as always, very appreciated. But if you do the bug, if it does the bug again, you just have to wait like 15 minutes for the load display error to come up. I know. Yeah. Right. Many thanks for the stream. Sorry for going over time, but I think it worked quite well. Bye-bye. This will be uploaded as usual. I usually say that. Good night. Oh yeah, tomorrow is a new episode of Star Trek Pathos. Right, That'll be exciting. No, it genuinely will be exciting, hopefully. I mean, I can't guarantee that because it's not happened, but I think it's going to be exciting. Bye-bye. Good night. Yes.